Now, an anonymous duo called Dark Justice was created with one goal in mind. Its members wanted to make the internet a safer place by finding and catching predatory paedophiles who groom young girls online.
Now, the group, made up of just two men, yesterday helped convict their 20th paedophile. But for the first time, they've recently been asked to give evidence in court. Now, it's a big step forward for the founders. We're calling them today Scott and Callum to protect their identity, and they're joining us now. Morning to you both. So this must be quite an exciting time for you to actually have been asked by the police for their help to give evidence in court. Do you see this now as them accepting what you do?
Yeah, it is an acceptance, and just goes to prove that our evidence works.
Do you, I mean, you were very much classed when you sort of come on the scene, for want of a better word. A lot of people, and the police, I think it's safe to say so, saw you very much a vigilante group, you know, taking the law into your own hands. Now you've got to that point where you're now pretty much convicting. You've convicted 20 out of, is it the 46 people that you've caught? Do you think that's a step in the right direction for what you're trying to achieve?
Can be, yeah. I guess it's one of the right steps of doing it the way we do it, and instead of doing it the wrong way.
Why did you do it? Why do you do it? How did you get together, and why did you start doing this? Have you got personal experience of any of this?
There's no personal experience. It's mainly just for change and to protect children. And you know, we're both pretty much tech savvy with computers and stuff, so we're just putting what we know to good use.
And just explain to people, if they haven't read about you, what you actually do.
Basically, like, we'll set profiles up on social media websites and stuff, acting as, obviously, children between the ages of 11 and 15. And then when people contact us, we'll tell them about the age again. And then, obviously, if they choose to get sexual or anything along them lines, we will, when they want to meet, we'll get them arrested by the police, basically, and let them prosecute.
Now, there will be some that will say, sorry, Ryan, there'll be some people that will say, well, that's entrapment, you know, that you're enticing people online. I'm sure that's a criticism you've heard many times. How do you answer that?
Well, it's not entrapment, because we're not doing anything to entrap these people. They're doing everything off their own back. You know, like, we're not enticing them, and we're not saying anything sexual. What they do is their free will. No one's forcing them to do it.
I think it's very clear that we want to just point out that obviously you guys don't go out to set people up. You don't go out there looking for these people. You set up these profiles of underage girls and just leave it there. And it's like a sitting duck, and you wait for people to get in touch with you and for it to get sexual. So I just want to clear that up, just in case there's any confusion. I just want to bring Sue in. Sue, I mean, look, we've heard about these guys for a long while now.
Yeah.
Looking at these facts, Sue, I'm sitting here going, this isn't a vigilante group. They're doing, for want of a better phrase of words, I think they're doing a great job. If they're convicting paedophiles, people that are coming on to underage girls, there's nothing wrong with that. And why are they not more involved with the police service?
I think, well, the reality is there are 30,000 offences, sexual offences against children, and these guys are doing their best to be proactive. When you think online grooming, there are only hundreds of offences that people are convicted. So clearly what they're doing is setting up the profile. But my view would be, surely the police should be doing this. Surely there should be...
Why aren't they doing it?
Why? Because there aren't enough resources. I would say right now...
Well, there's your resource.
Well, if they became volunteers. But the other thing is, the danger is, but I think these guys are working very closely with the police in Newcastle so that the intelligence isn't going to be blurred or contaminated if the police are looking at an online grooming ring. But the problem is, other people watching this programme might not have the same restraint as these guys do, might not be working in cooperation with the police. If you want to work in this line of work, go and be a volunteer. Go online, look at local policing, be vetted and be a volunteer. You know as well as I do, there'll be people screaming at the TV saying, I want to do that. And we don't want vigilantes.
Yeah, it's very... Say to that, Callum, why would you not join the police as a volunteer or become a police officer? Why are you doing this so anonymously?
Because then we would be bound by that red tape, and we don't want to be bound by that. It'd be
People say that red tape is the law. It's the legal system that
we're not bound by these
well
legislations to go out and catch people. We can just talk to them and then go out straight away without going through any process with higher up people.
And I do understand where they're coming from, because you would be gobsmacked if you saw the bureaucracy you have to go through to set up
Yeah,
an online
well,
proactive...
Which police
very
officers
much
often complain
Absolutely
about,
are.
don't they?
You know, for a shoplifter, it takes you 9 hours to process one.
Yeah.
So what they're doing, whilst I'm not saying condoning it, but I do say what they're doing I would applaud, because I also feel, you know, strongly that more proactive resource. Why do we suddenly, you know, when we look at historic child abuse, all the asset and money goes into it then? Why not be proactive and actually put more resource into being proactive, prevent children being abused, rather than we know 30,000 every year are being abused, and these guys are helping to protect our children.
Sorry, Ruth. I just want to say, Sue, you know, I totally understand there's that red tape,
Yeah.
there's them legislations in place, and
Yeah.
like you rightly said, people might be watching this going, yeah, I make them right, and, you know, I want to do that myself.
Yeah.
I just want to clear it up for you two that, you know, you very much try and stay within the law. You know, you're not violent towards these people. You don't intentionally go out looking for these people. These people come to you with something that you've set up, and when you do meet up with these people, it's filmed and you pass it over to the officers.
Oh.
Is this something, you know, you've had 20 convictions now, is this something that you are just going to carry on doing?
Just continue till the end.
Definitely, aye. Just
I
can't
don't
give
think
up.
there ever will be an end, you know,
No.
certainly.
That's the
you know,
upsetting part
that's
of
the
things.
worrying
But this
thing.
is full-time for you, both?
Yeah, 17 hours a day.
17 hours a day.
I'm not paid for it.
Well, no, it's interesting, though, like you said, the police have now used your evidence in court, and well
I
done
think
on
it's
those
about
convictions.
time they did, yeah. I really, really do.
So thank you very much, but your warning's taken to heed of there, that
good.
you don't want lots of people setting themselves up. instead
Boys,
of the
thanks
law.
for joining
Thank
us
you.
as well. We're going to be
Thank you.
putting some of your internet safety tips as well on our website as well, so thank you once again for joining us, and good luck with
Yeah.
what you're doing.
Thank you.